The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. It's the Ron Van Dam Show because that's my name. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the introduction. Thank you for everything that you are to me. I do this once a week. I come into this particular studio to do the visual version of what I do every single weekday for 30 years now. At first, for 2.5 decades on broadcast radio, and then when they started this podcast crap, they told me to get involved in that, so I did, since the radio stations were starting to fail. So I started doing this, and lo and behold and lo, all of a sudden we've got thousands upon thousands of listeners, 100,000 people. So that was nice. So that's what I do. You can listen to, we're on our 2,800th episode in a couple of weeks. 2,800 episodes. That's a lot of talking. If you want to binge listen, that's excessive. You can go to newenglandbroadcasting.com. You can Google my name. Although if you Google my name, there's a wrestler. His name is Rob Van Dam, not Ron, Rob Van Dam. And he comes up as much as I do, even though his name is Rob and not Ron. But Google my name and you'll find me all over the place. We're on the Amazon Music and Pandora, not the jewelry company, the music thing. And we're on the Apple Podcasts and all those things, you know, I can't even remember all the names of the silly things. iTunes, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, all that crap. So thanks for being here. Well, first of all, oh my God, I understand that the town of Easton, Massachusetts, I don't know where that is going to be celebrating in the year 2025, which is coming up rather shortly, 300 years. Happy birthday to Easton, Massachusetts. You don't look a day over 284 years. Not a day over it. Keep looking young, Easton. I don't know when you're watching this, and I don't even care. But when I'm recording this show, Halloween is about a week away, exactly a week away. And I remember Halloween fondly as I was a kid, because I collected candy. I went from house to house and saw all my neighbors scantily clothed, which is interesting. When you go to people's houses, you know, and it's not like a formal party or anything, they show up in the front door with their shorts on and their pants halfway down with their ass crack pointing out, and or in a filthy terry cloth robe or something. It's very fascinating to see your neighbors behind the scenes. Hi, trick or treat. Oh, trick or treat. Ugh. But I enjoyed as a kid collecting candy. My parents gave me a pillowcase. It was my pillowcase. And I filled it with candy. They took half of it. I kept the other half because I hid it. And then I would eat candy in bed all night and throw up in the morning. That's what you do. It's what you do. When I was collecting, they had a thing called UNICEF. I don't know exactly what that stands for. It has something to do with a children's fund. But it was interesting because we would go to door on Halloween, collect candy, and also say collecting for UNICEF. And they gave us a little jar. And the homeowner, or whoever they were, would put pennies or maybe some nickels or a couple of dimes in there. And the next day at school, we would hand our UNICEF money to our teacher, and that would be it. And we were told to feel good that we were helping out the children. And it was very effective. but not for that reason. There were two things that were very effective about collecting UNICEF money for a children's fund that you had to hand in the money. The first is that a child learns at that age, collecting for UNICEF, that you can collect money and not keep it for yourself. It's anti-capitalism. Oh, I just collected like $10. I'm supposed to hand it in. I'm only going to hand in $5. I'll keep $5 for myself. That's enterprise. Free enterprise. Capitalism. But we didn't do that as children. We handed all the money in. So it was a good lesson in that. The other thing that was great about collecting money is that's what you're going to be doing all of your life. And if you don't, you won't be able to eat. I don't care if you're a poor child or a starving adult. You're going to have to make money in order to live. So we're teaching you how to market yourselves and collect money, because that's what you're going to be doing in life. So it served two wonderful purposes. So happy Halloween to all the little kids. It's the stupidest holiday ever, in a way. First of all, the scary holiday is not Halloween. It's a few days after. That's Election Day. That's the scariest holiday of all. On Halloween, we get scared because of monsters and devils and seethingly horrible images. On Election Day, a week later, it's the same reason. Seethingly horrible individuals, monsters, devils, with horns coming out. Same holiday, right? Only no candy. All right. Yeah, Halloween is interesting. It's a children's holiday. Let's face it. It's you can dress like a sexy costume and have a Halloween party. That's not for. The idea is for the kids, and it's just very odd to me that on a holiday that is really for the kids, we take that holiday and we scare the hell out of them, so that they'll have nightmares. We are going to scare you. We're going to scare kids. Come over here. Boo! It's horrible. Why do we do that? Why don't we just leave it with the costumes, like Little Red Riding Hood or Superman or something like that? Why does it have to be these gory monsters with blood makeup and only one arm and go, why do we do that? How is that entertaining? Why is violence, I almost said the wrong thing. Why is violence entertainment? What's wrong with us? How is that possible? Violence should always be disgusting. Violence should always not be permitted. Violence should always be a turn-off, something that makes you cringe, something that makes you, oh, I hate violence. Instead, violence, when you go to the movies, etc., when you're going Halloween trick-or-treating, violence is entertaining. Oh, look at that little child. Bobby only has one arm this year. Oh, there are many people who were mutilated by horrible, horrible people. Look, Bobby's dressed up like one of them. Oh, my God. What are we doing? What kind of society are we? Seriously, answer that question. I want to know right now. What kind of society is this? Halloween, my ass. I'm serious. It's just an odd holiday. Very, very odd. Very odd. But we put pumpkins out. It's pumpkin holiday. You like pumpkins? It's what it is. You're going to get pumpkins, pumpkin pies. You're going to carve out pumpkins and make faces in them. We make faces in fruit. I don't understand it either. Let's carve out a gigantic pumpkin. After you carve it out, it starts to smell. Let's stick a candle inside and make it smell even more. Perhaps it will catch fire, and my entire house will burn down. Pumpkins. Jack-o'-lanterns. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what that means. They're smelly, lit-up melons. I don't know how this happens. But that's Halloween. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin decorations, pumpkin beer. Who knew? Pumpkin beer. Quite tasty. Not always quite tasty enough because there's just a hint of pumpkin. Hey, if you're going to go pumpkin, make it pumpkin-y more. Not just a little, it's a little hint. It's a little hint of pumpkin. It's not good enough. Make it big pumpkin. Make it taste like a lot of pumpkin. Getting sick of pumpkin stuff. I really are. Everything's orange all of a sudden. It's like St. Patrick's Day when everything's green. Halloween in the fall, everything's orange. It's just, I have no idea. But anyway, kids, enjoy your little holiday. Hope you get really scared and get a lot of candy and whatever. You know whose favorite holiday Halloween is? Do you know who? It's not the kids. No, it's the dentist. The dentist loves Halloween. Let these kids go out and eat as much candy as possible because in a few weeks, they'll be mine. Yep. It's like ambulance chasers. You know, it's kids, eat as much candy as you want and then come see me. I'll scare you. I'll scare you. I'll turn your mouth into a construction site. We'll put up cones and everything. How are you? Good to see you today. Hope you're doing all right. This is my favorite time of year, by the way. I know you can't tell, but I love the fall. I love the fall. Now, of course, when you're a senior, you don't love falling. That's dangerous. You can break all your bones, and then that's pretty much it. You get very brittle. So when I say I love the fall, I'm not talking about the exercise of falling on the ground. I'm talking about the leaves falling off the trees. Although that's kind of a pain in the butt too, because have you noticed when the leaves come off the trees, and there are a lot of trees. Oh yeah. When the leaves come off the trees, they get all over the place, and now you have to blow your leaves. You got to blow them somewhere else. It's kind of messy. It's a messy thing, but I love the change in seasons. I can't imagine living in a place where the temperature is fairly moderate all the time. No leaves changing colors, no trees changing colors. I think that's just rather boring, to be honest with you. Now, it changes a little bit as far as temperature is concerned, but not a lot. I like the extremes of living in the north, where you have those 4 distinct seasons that do different things and command different types of moods and different types of activities. And I think that's, otherwise life would be it will be more boring than it is. So I love the change of seasons. Like the 4 seasons, Vivaldi, he actually wrote concertos that were based on the change of the seasons. It really means nothing whatsoever, and they kind of all sound the same, but good for Vivaldi. So I like the change of seasons, and fall is my favorite. Autumnal, it's autumnal, certainly. We have all the big holidays all rolled into just a couple of months. Let's take a look at them, shall we? It's the big 4. I call them the big 4. There's Halloween, then there's Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday because I love to cook, and that is cooking holiday. You don't have to go to church. It's not a religious thing. You're just thankful for what things you're thankful for, and what you're not thankful for, you just don't bring it up. You have family and friends gather around the table to share stories and camaraderie. That part I hate. But basically, it's a nice idea for some people. But it's nice to have a food gathering. I think that if you're going to gather people, God, make it for food. Otherwise, forget it. I love the turkey thing and the stuffing and the gravy and all the other stuff, the cranberry sauce and the alcohol. And I'll even have a little piece of pie, even though that disgusts me at this point. Then the Christmas comes. Oh, that's a big one, right? That's the biggest holiday of the year. people feel like so energized, and it has its own music, Christmas does. And I'm not downing the other religions that, Hanukkah and there are others, I suppose. But it doesn't match Christmas. Sorry. No, Christmas wins. Because we got the tree thing and giving of the gifts. I mean, all the holidays have that kind of thing. But no, Christmas, no, that's a big one. That's very religious. But, okay, fine. A lot going on with Christmas. And then New Year's. New Year's, the stupidest holiday, even stupider than Halloween, because it means absolutely nothing. It means that you're saying goodbye to the year that's ending, and it was always a horrible year. I'm looking forward now to the new year, and so at the end of every year, how can you say that year sucked? I hope the next one's better. How can you say that every single time? It's just, do you understand the circle of ridiculousness that is? And who knows what's going to bring us next year, politically and otherwise. It's, hold on to the handlebars. It's going to be a rough ride. Certainly more so in one direction than the other. But anyway, I don't want to get political here, but I watched TV when the Capitol was being stormed on January 6th. I watched that. It was not a day of peace, according to what Mr. Trump said. He said it was a day of peace. Peace and love, I think he said. Okay, I watched it for myself. Not that, unless we were watching different channels. And, also, when they interviewed the people that were arrested at the Capitol riot, is what it was, as they held up signs for Trump and said, "Hang Mike Pence." As Trump said, Pence is a horrible person now. In every single case made, except for one, I have no idea. They said, why did you do this? And it's because Trump told us to. Okay, well, I don't need any more information than that. Sorry, I don't like to talk politics. It's just sometimes things smack you in the face so hard that you cannot help but verbalize it. Anyway, welcome to the show. I was online. I do every once in a while. I go online. I don't understand what I'm doing there, but I go online because I have to market, the shows. And I go online and and people want to follow me and want to be my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, if you knew me personally, you wouldn't want to do that. There's no point. You don't need to become my Facebook friend because that doesn't mean anything. All it means is you asked me if you could do, and I said, sure, it's of no consequence to me. I would hardly call it a friend, but people want to friend me all the time, and I always feel like saying, are you sure you know what you're doing here? But I've noticed that lately, there used to be pictures of people with their dog or with their family or a very scenic mountain thing that, was very special to them, or them standing in front of the camera with skis and a ski hat on. It used to be that, the profile pictures, right? Now, it's like their heads are cut off. Are there that many stupid people that don't know how to recrop a picture in the profile thing? Because you can do that so that their head is involved. Or are they on purpose making sure that their face doesn't show, that all you see is from their bottom lip to their bosom area? Do you not know? You want to be my friend and you don't know how to crop a picture? And then the other thing I don't know, unless you literally have no head. And I know that there are people who have lost their head in accidents. I'm surprised how they still live, but if that's the case, and I apologize for being insensitive to that particular handicap, but I don't think that's the case. I think that when you don't see their heads, when their heads are cut off, they weren't literally cut off. I mean, it's not like, oh, they want to be my friend, but they have no head. The other thing that they do is they take a cartoon character, a cartoon face, and they put it on there, and it's usually a goofy looking thing, and then they want to be my friend, no, what are you hiding? What are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? So no. And now they have AI. As you know, if you've listened to my show at all, you know that I am a proponent of hating AI. I think it is the downfall of society, such as what social media is and continues to be and continues to get worse. I think AI is right up there, right up there. We are forming things that we are too lazy to do, or we don't want to do it anymore. So we're having computers do it for us. We're programming computers to do things so we don't have to do that. That is so freaking lazy, it's unbelievable. We are creating a society of the laziest possible people ever, and we credit it to technology. Yeah, it's true. You don't have to go to the store anymore. Everything can be delivered to you. You don't have to move. Only thing you have to do is get up from your chair or your couch and go to the front door, open the front door, take the package, close the front door, and open the package. That is not good. You need to get some clothes on, go down to the store and look around, stimulate your brain. Go shopping. Shop. Move it. Move your legs. Make your knees move. Lazy bastards. Now, if you have a picture of yourself, AI, and you can do this, there are various websites and apps that do this quite easily, and most of them are free. You can make it's you, but you can make your face look beautiful. You can make your skin look smooth, enhance your features with AI, and all of a sudden you look like a Playboy magazine model. Men and women do. No imperfections in their face whatsoever, and that's the face that they use, and it is not them. It is what they look like if they look good. This is such a world of phony stuff. You got politicians that lie, and you got pictures that are not representative of you. And as I've said so many times before, yet you probably don't realize, younger generation, whatever you put on the internet stays on the internet. It's like Las Vegas. It stays. It doesn't go anywhere. And it stays there forever, and you can't get rid of it once it's in there. Sorry, but you can't. So good luck getting a job. Good luck with your resume. Keep your opinions to yourself, because you'll be judged accordingly. And it's not going to get any better. Your political opinions and your opinions on things are going to define you, and there'll be a division. You think that there is not a division now between people? There is now a division between people. You think there is? I said that wrong. You think there's a division between people now? Well, there is. It's going to get worse. Am I a pessimist? No. Am I an optimist? Yeah, but it doesn't always turn out like that. It rarely does. Hey, man. All right, your turn. You talk now. We got 7 minutes left. You talk. I'll just sit here while you talk, because I'm lazy. I'm a lazy bastard. So you talk. I've talked for 24 minutes now. Go on, talk. I'm just going to play with my cell phone, because that's what people do. When they don't want to interact, they just play with their cell phone. They're not even really doing anything. They're not checking messages or anything like that. They're just looking up the weather or something. They just don't want to interact with you, and I understand why. So, go on. What do you want? You do what you have to do. I'm just going to play with my cell phone. I got another, 6 minutes? Fine, let's just go playing here. Nice cell phone. I like it. Ooh, look at the weather tomorrow. Nice. Very nice. Uh-huh. Oh, look at what Johnny did. Johnny, can you see this? Look at what Johnny did. This is Johnny's dog. Oh, look at what Johnny did. I'm going to text Johnny. Look at you. That's interesting. Oh, Johnny, wait, here's another one. Marianne just texted me. It's a picture of her spaghetti dinner from last night. Wow, Marianne. That is so interesting. Thank you for sending me a picture of your spaghetti dinner last night. It looks very, very tasty. Now, we both don't have any lives. You don't have one because you sent me a picture of your spaghetti dinner, which is so inedibly stupid, and I'm looking at it and commenting on it. I'm commenting on you eating your spaghetti dinner. Looks good, Marianne. Why am I getting involved in this? Who cares? Well, you're making Marianne feel good about her spaghetti dinner. Is that what she needs? Does she need that in her life? For people to say that was looked like a great spaghetti dinner. Did you enjoy it? Oh, now we're starting a conversation. Yes, I did. I love spaghetti. So do I. Where do you get your spaghetti? In the supermarket. Oh, I don't. I order it online and they deliver it to my door. All I have to do is get up from my couch, go to open the door, and pick up the box of spaghetti and go inside the house. Wow, do you actually cook the spaghetti yourself? No, I don't know how. Well, then how did you get the spaghetti dinner? I had it made. I ordered it and it was already made. I didn't cook the spaghetti. It was already cooked. Oh, you're that lazy. Yeah, that's what I do. I always find it fascinating when both men and women make the statement, I don't cook. Why don't you cook? I don't know how. Excuse me? You don't cook because you're lazy. You don't cook because you don't put the effort into anything that you do. No, I really don't know how to cook. And you can't figure this out. There is no way that you can figure out how to cook something. I'm not sure. What do you put water in the pot and then you turn what do you do? Is there a knob I turn to make the water boil? How do you know it's boiling? Is it when the bubbles come up, is that boiling or does that mean there's something wrong with the water? There's too much air in the water, right, with the bubbles, and then the steam comes up. Oh my God, it's going to catch fire. Then what do I do? When it's boiling, do I put the spaghetti in it, or do I pour the boiling water over the spaghetti and just watch it cook on a plate? Or do you put the spaghetti in the pot with the boiling water? I don't know. How do I know when it's done? Does it turn like a different color? Does it turn like blue? But it's not blue in the plate. So how do I know when the spaghetti's done? I have to test the spaghetti. Is there a testing kit? Do I buy that in the supermarket or have that delivered to my front door as well? Is there a testing kit? Like you test to see if the spaghetti, how do I know? How would I know the spaghetti's ready? What if I don't know how to cook? And then I need spaghetti sauce. I have to open a jar. And how do you do that? Do you take the lid and then you take your arm and you twist your hand and does the lid come off with your hand? Or how do you get the lid off of the jar? It seems, is it clockwise, counterclockwise? Counter or clock? Counter. Oh, I didn't know that. See, I can't cook. All right, then I take it and I just pour it over the spaghetti. Oh, you have to heat that up too? Oh, it's so much. Oh my God, oh my God, it's so much to do. I can't handle this. I cannot. This is why I don't cook. This is exactly why I don't cook. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I wish you peace.